Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Sunshine Club. This video is going to be about the pros and cons of living in Texas. Now, I've been a resident of Texas for about 4 years now, on and off. My wife and I moved to Texas in 2020, and then we moved away from Texas in 2021, and now we moved back in 2022. So we've been cumulatively, we've been living in Texas for, like, if you add it all up, living in Texas for 3 years. What are my thoughts? Texas is awesome for multiple reasons. Let me get into the pros. The living situation in Texas is fantastic. It's amazing. Far cheaper than Illinois, Chicago, where I'm from. Far cheaper than Chicago. And it is cheaper than Colorado. My wife and I, for a brief period, we lived in Colorado. Way cheaper than Colorado. We were finding like half-burnt houses for $200,000. Down here in Texas, you're finding like decent houses, but they're not like, they're not like super nice houses. The second big pro about living in Texas, I've never met a person that was just genuinely a straight up a-hole. People in Texas are just naturally so much nicer than elsewhere. Of course, you're going to run into those people, but Southern hospitality is a real thing. As far as I've experienced here in Texas in the 3 years that I lived here, people are just genuinely nice here in Texas. The last main thing that I would say is it's currently March 2nd, and up in Illinois, it's like 30 degrees, 40 degrees. Right here, it's 88 degrees right now. It is really, really nice weather all the time. January, I remember middle of January, it was like 60 degrees. It's seriously really, really nice weather down here in Texas. Those are three of the biggest pros living in Texas. Now, there are cons. The first con that I'll say about living in Texas, jobs pay notably less here in Texas. There's less taxes in Texas, and the cost of living is cheaper in Texas. But as a result, you'll notice that like entry-level jobs don't pay nearly as much as other places do. My brother is a union plumber in Chicago. The Texas Plumbers Union pays roughly, after 4 years, pays $30 an hour, $32 an hour. In Chicago, they pay $55 an hour. Massive difference. And during the winter, it's definitely a big pro. You're never going to reach 0 degree temperatures here in Texas, like almost never. But the summer, last summer, the summer of 2023, we had literally like 8 weeks straight of 115 degree weather. The summers are insane. If you're the type of person that likes the cold, you're going to have a rough time moving to Texas. A couple years ago, we had the major snowstorm of 2021. Good. But that was like a once in a lifetime. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again. Who knows? I guess, I don't even know if you want to call this a con or not. The Texas culture, I found it to be a little bit more neutral in Chicago. Like it was kind of, if you're a liberal, cool. If you're a Democrat, whatever. If you're a Republican, that's cool too. And Texas, it's known. It is a Republican-dominant state. There's a lot of guns here in Texas. And so my job, I build closets for rich people. The amount of guns that I've seen in people's homes, it's enough to build a small army. It is so much. So much. So I guess that's a con. It's also a pro if you're into that. So it's really whatever you make of it. But those are, some of the pros and cons that I really kind of noticed living here in Texas. If you guys like this video, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about Texas in the comments. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you later.